Hey, good morning, my little chicky monkeys. It is Saturday morning. It's my last day of work for this week. I'm heading out to my first job. I just wanted to take a minute to say I love you, kids. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you had a great week. I hope you have a great weekend. And just wanted to touch base and share another little known fact from Stewart's Almanac. A little story. This particular story is part your pawpaw, part me, and a little part Zig Ziglar. And if you don't know who Zig Ziglar is, take a few minutes to look him up. He was a motivational speaker that your pawpaw listened to a lot when I was growing up. So a lot of influence from there. So anyhow, without further ado, little known facts from Stewart's Almanac. Okay, now we have all been that new kid at the school. You know how it is. You're in a new environment, perfectly strange. You have no idea what's really going on. You don't know any of these people you're around. Doing everything in your power just to stay as small as you can. Stay in the shadows. Learn, get your footing. Try your best to stay off of everybody's radar, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. That's how it is. Now, this is a story about a little boy that was in exactly the same situation. Now, this little boy was not an athletic little boy, but he was no slob either. He was just your average kid. And he was at a brand new school. And inevitably, that first week, he got on the radar of three of the local boys. One big old boy and two medium boys. And they proceeded to make him the object of their aggression. They did everything they could to try and corner him, to try and catch him. And he was quick, he was smart, he was swift, he hid in closets, he hid in restrooms, locker rooms, he would duck into classrooms where the teachers were and pretend to ask questions and stuff to avoid any crossing paths with these kids. So that went on for a while, but inevitably, he saw them coming and they had him off sight and they began to chase him. And this kid ran and he did his best to get away, but they got closer and they got closer and they got closer, and he knew the inevitable was coming. There was going to be a confrontation. The thought came to his mind, how was this confrontation going to go down? And he stopped. He took a deep breath, and he turned and he held his hand out and said, "Stop!" And all three of the boys stopped, standing side by side. And he looked down. With his tennis shoe, he drew a great big line in the dirt. And then he looked at each one of them. And he looked at the biggest one. He said, "You step across that line." And he stepped back, and that big old boy stepped across that line like he was something, And that kid just looked at him and smiled. This wry little smile. And he said, "Now, you're on my side. You take him. I got him. Let's go when you're ready." And he turned and he faced the other two kids, taking his attention off the big kid who was now standing beside him with a dumbfounded look on his face like, what just happened? And the other two kids, looking at the bigger kid as their alpha, saw the dumbfounded look on their face, and the one that he was the younger kid had directed him to fight, looked at him and goes, "What, you turned it on me now?" And he posed like he was going to fight the big guy. And the other one was like, "Well, that's not fair." And he got ready to fight. And the big guy's just sitting there going, "Well, I don't know what's going on. You know what? This guy's crazy. Let's just go on. Let's forget this." And he walks off. And the other two kids follow their alpha, leaving the new kid standing there, watching them walk away. And as he did, he turned with a wry little smile. He walked on home. See, the lesson and the moral of this story is life is going to kick your ass. And I've told you kids that growing up. I told you, get up every day and prepare for a fight because life's going to kick your ass. The secret is, don't Don't ever lose your cool. Do not lose control. Try your best to stay in your mind. Stay in your mind. Stop, take a breath, analyze the situation, take note of what you have at your disposal, and then work to turn the situation to your advantage. Sometimes life is still going to kick your ass. That's inevitable. But more often than not, if you keep your head and you work to turn things to your advantage, you're going to find you're going to be all right. Sometimes you might even come out ahead. Anyway, little known facts from Stewart's Almanac. I love you, kids. Have a good weekend.